Good evening, everyone. My name is Yolanda Mead, and we're going to get into maximizing your earnings and tax strategy for real estate agents. Now, in this presentation, you're going to get some good information. So please ask questions in the comments or reach out to me directly if you need help. I've been in the industry for 6 years. Next year will be 7 years. And I've been helping a lot of real estate agents when it comes to their taxes because I'm seeing some common things being missed. And some of my real estate agents, they sometimes need help with their bookkeeping. I do offer that service as well for them. But I already know your goal and the reason why you became a real estate agent is because you want to help that client become a homeowner, right? That client is your main priority at the end of the day to get them in the home. But this is where we fall back because some deductions we miss out on because we focus on the main priority is to get that client into that home. So we're going to get into some good information. So please take notes. So, once again, my name is Yolanda Mead. You're going to get some information today about check strategies and topics that you need to focus on. Now, you might be a seasonal real estate agent, or you just getting started. If you're just getting started, welcome to home ownership and helping your clients get into their house that they want, right? But you have to understand how to manage your taxes and effectively how to manage your bottom line when it comes to your finances at the same time. Now, understanding deductions, it's very easy for some people to make mistakes when it comes to deductions, especially in the real estate industry, because we see it commonly. So, business expenses is one thing that I'm seeing a lot of real estate agents is missing. Now, say you need to buy your computer or a laptop or a printer, or you need to buy a copy paper, or you need to buy a case of waters for your office. These are all business expenses that you can write off on your taxes, but it's very important that we keep record of these items that we're buying, right? Also, home office deduction. What if you have an office at home that you operate out of, right? Now, you always simply need is the square footage of your home and the square footage of your workstation, where you're going to be working at because we need to calculate that on the back end for you so you could claim that for your home on your taxes, right? Vehicle expenses as well. That's one thing I'm seeing commonly being missed. Now, when it comes to vehicle expenses, if you look at number two, but I'm just going to go in a little bit more, you can only use vehicle expenses for business use only, not for personal use. Keep that in mind. Two, the next one is continuing education and training. What if you have monthly due as a real estate agent? Those are things you can write off. Training. Say you live in Delaware, but the training is all the way in Florida. That is a business expense that you can write off, but you have to do your part and keep track of your expenses and your receipts. Now, I'm not sure if your email is getting flooded with purchases that you have, simply print them out and have a folder which your expenses is for July or February or March, whatever the case may be. Keep your receipts. And if you have problems keeping your receipts, it is in this presentation different tools that can help you. But we need to start tracking these things. Now, I'm sure insurance premium and utilities and internet costs. These are common deductions that some real estate agents are missing. Now, two, vehicle expenses. For example, if you drive your car to show clients a home or traveling to a property, you can do two things. Either one, you can deduct the mileage or the actual expense. So maybe the actual expense was for you to go get gas. You got to keep your gas receipt so we can write that off. Record keeping is very important. And then also, you want to have a tracker like a mileage logbook, maybe in an app, or maybe you physically write it out. The reason why you need that tracker is because if you're claiming this credit, that's one thing that sends a red flag to the IRS. You're claiming vehicle expenses. Do you have documentation and evidence that you can prove that you are using this for business use only to write it off on your taxes? So keep that in mind. So, organizing your finances is very important, not just for you and the tax purposes, but it also help you operate your business day to day. Because as real estate agents, we need to make sure we know when the money comes in and how the money's going out. We need to know what the money's being spent on at the end of the day, because this is how we operate our business. We already know money like to move at a currency, but if we're not tracking it, this is where we get lost. These are where some of the common mistakes happen. And I'm going to talk about that as well. Now, two things we're going to focus here is the importance of organizing your finance records. So a lot of people might say, why do I have to organize my financial documents? Why do I got to track my expenses? It says it right here. It's tax compliance. You have to ensure that you're claiming all the eligible deductions. This reduces the risk of audits. The IRS just hired a lot of people to do audits, and they going back all the way to 2019. So if you're not tracking it, you might slide into the cracks and where you have to be audited. Now, also, financial foresights. We need to have a clear vision of the income expenses, allowing us to have a better understanding of budgeting and also financial planning. So this is why we have to keep track of our records. It's very important. Now, here are some tips on how to track and keep track of it. You could use accounting software tools like QuickBooks or FreshBooks. That allows you to cartograph, like put different in categories on different expenses. It tracks the income and also generate reports for you easily. Now, this is a service I do offer as well. Two, this helps you create a designated workspace. So if you have a home office, set that up so you have different file cabinets for different paperwork, things in your computer. You need to have a designated area to keep track of all these things. Yes, it's a lot. I know your business selling homes. I know clients have you traveling back and forth to this place to that place, but keeping track of your financial records is very important. It's very important. I cannot stress that even more. So here's some additional tools and resources. I like to call this the YNAB. You need a budget. At the end of the day, you in the real estate industry, you need a budget. You need a plan of action, right? Document of management, the Dropbox, invoicing tools, PayPal. PayPal has a good way to track it. It keeps giving you receipts, and you can print that out monthly. I get notifications every month about PayPal, what's being deposited and what's being tracked. Now, accounting software, QuickBooks is actually good. Tracking expenses, mileage tracker. These are things that you need as a real estate agent at the end of the day. And maybe you might say, Yolanda, hey, these have subscriptions. That's not in my budget. But don't you know this is a business expense for you to have these subscriptions? You can write that off. So my goal as a tax professional is to help you focus on homes, and I'll help you on the back end with your finances and expenses at the end of the day. Now, as a real estate agent, you're going to need some tax planning strategies, no matter what. You have to understand and manage your taxes at the same time. Maintaining it gives you a healthy financial plan for yourself. So we got to keep in mind, and you track this quarterly, you track it monthly, but I'm going to give you some things how to track these things as well and calculate. Now, estimating your income, your annual income, keep that in mind. Commission, bonuses, etc. We want to track these things. Calculate your expected tax abilities. Use the IRS tax bracket, and I can show you guys that this upcoming season because they changed it. But you want to know what tax bracket you in, because if you don't know that bracket, you don't know how much you need to be paying in taxes. The tax bracket has changed, and it's based off your filing status and how much income you're bringing in. So keep that in mind. Now, retirement. Start looking into some things. Are you contributing to retirement plans for yourself? This is another way how you can save some tax burden. This is also another way how your taxable income is being tracked and going into retirement. You need to have these things in place. That's very important. So, like I said, we're going to get into some common mistakes because I see it every year. I see it time to time, and I'm always on top of I'm always on top of my real estate agent when it comes to common mistakes because for me to help you, you got to help me, right? So here's some common mistakes, and here goes some tips. So, failing to track your expenses. Mistakes. Many real estate agents, and it says realtors, but I'm talking to broad people, right? Overlook the importance of tracking all business related expenses. I'm gonna repeat that again. All business related expenses, which can lead to missing deductions. This is how you can avoid it. Use account software or contact your tax professional, right? Set aside time each week to review and update your records. Maybe you want somebody to help you. Maybe you need accountability partner or accountability tax person, right? I offer them services too. But maybe you need that help because I'm seeing it every day when it comes to me doing my clients' taxes. So now, not keeping your receipts. Most realtors neglect to keep their receipt for business expenses. Ask yourself this: why are you neglecting these business expenses and keeping your receipts? You have to keep them, which can be a big problem if you are audited. If you are audited and you're not keeping it, then you get in trouble with Uncle Sam and the IRS, right? How to avoid it? Start using some apps. Help you start getting things in order. Take a picture of the receipt. Keep these things in place. Or simply, maybe saying apps are not for me. Use a shoebox. You can go to the simple dollar store and get a file organizer to help you track these things. And you can scan them in sometimes if you use apps. Now, here's the big one right here. You're going to be annoying estimated tax payments. Mistakes. Falling to make quarterly estimate tax payments can result in penalties and interest. So now you need to look into this. This is why it's very important you understand what is your tax bracket, right? Calculating your expenses is very important, but you also have to keep in mind your tax liability and set reminders for payments for deadlines. So we need to know what's the percentage aside for each commission for pay taxes. So each time you sell a home, how much money are you putting aside to pay your taxes? How much? So you need to contribute. No, keep in mind, and while we're wrapping up, I want to say thank you for watching this. If you know anyone that needs help this upcoming tax season, contact me. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I am here to help you out this upcoming tax season. So this will not be a burden on you at the end of the day. I want to say thank you. This is how you can reach me. This is my number. This is my website. Get in contact with me so I can help you this upcoming tax season. And I'm going to ensure you that your tax experience with me will be simple and easy because that's what my goal is at the end of the day. I want you to focus on getting these clients in the home and let me look at the numbers. Let me help you at the end of the day. And I want to say thank you. You will start seeing more lives and videos of different business industries. But today I wanted to focus on some real estate agents. Everyone take care and I'll see you later.